You are listening to an original message from the reader currently known as Jason Ashanti McDaniel of Madam Jason's Tarot. Hey Capricorn, I just woke up, brushed my teeth, and took a shower, and I noticed that there's a little bit of precipitation like on this table that I'm at. Most of my cards got a little damp, so I'm not sure how well they're gonna shuffle. But anyway, happy Juneteenth to those who celebrated. Happy Pride Month to those who celebrated. Hope you guys are having a good day. Dear Spirit Guides are the highest benevolence only. Only those that are able to help out the message, please help out. And then when you are done, you are not earthbound. You can go back to doing whatever source appoints you to do. Please deliver the most clear, concise, synchronistic, and accurate message for the Capricorn tribe members concerning their present and future energy during this fire horse year. Whatever they need to know right now. Please bless those that bless me, curse those that curse me. To anyone sending me or the tribe negative energy, may that energy be returned to sender 3 times fold immediately. Amen, Ashe, and thank you very much. So I just need to get one more from this deck. Okay. So we have Karmic Path here at the bottom of the deck. I do think that this is Saturn, and Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. The Saturn energy talks about learning really difficult lessons, especially when it comes to your career. And I found personally, when it comes to Saturn energy, like the Saturn retrogrades, usually that brings very tough test for people who have soul ties. But Capricorn rules 10th house in astrology, which has to do with career life, reputation, money, stuff like that. So we have new life here with the Ankh. We have safe travel. Actually, with the new life Ankh and safe travel, because Ankhs are from Egypt, one of the first downloads that I'm getting is that someone recently moved. Like if you were a US citizen, you recently moved to a different country. And you could be watching this from a different country. We have the Degas room, shift. And then we also have past life. So it looks like you are accelerating, you are changing a lot, going through a spiritual glow up. And before I reset the channel and decided to do things differently, I think Capricorn, first of all, it's one of my biggest zodiac signs that are subscribed to me. But also, Capricorn is one of the signs that I think is always changing and always glowing up. So your energy is always different each horoscope. Some of the signs, it's like the same shit, different day. But with past life here, I don't know. Maybe, you know how when you ascend, you have to leave people, places, and things behind that no longer serve you? It seems like there's something from your past life that wants to come back. But also, you could resonate with being a light worker, being a chosen one. You could believe in reincarnation. And usually what happens with light workers is there are a lot of people who we sign up to meet or re-meet this lifetime. So what this lets me know is that you've been through a lot, you've gone through a lot of lessons, and there have been a lot of, I would say, mostly karmics in your life. And you might have had like the life path where it's like, what am I trying to say here? Sorry, you guys, I just woke up, so it's kind of hard for me to articulate what I'm trying to say. You might have had like a life path where you feel like all you do is just learn lessons over and over again, and you know, people come and go in your life. Like maybe some of you have never really had like steady friendships, steady jobs, things like that. One thing about light workers, and people say this on both spiritual and religious channels, light workers always are like changing, they're moving, always going from job to job, occupation to occupation, because we have certain like missions that we have to do. And we have certain seasons of our lives that we're supposed to shine in very specific places. So you can have a life where it's like, basically you're living like a gypsy or a bohemian or a modern day biblical prophet, where you're going from place to place. So you could have a very free spirit. There's something that I just saw that I think it was the arrow for focus in that deck that made me feel like you could have Sag in your chart, but Capricorn is right after Sag, so you could also be a Sag Capricorn cusper with the safe travel energy here, because Sagittarius is a traveler zodiac sign. They're also known for being very free spirited, so it could be somewhere in your chart. But what that also means, if you resonate with like constantly being pushed from place to place energetically or intuitively, first of all, you probably have a strong intuition and you're probably claircognizant, or you are clairaudient. You can hear when God speaks to you. But you also have, if you've ever done your Akashic records, you probably have hella stuff in your Akashic records, and there are probably like a lot of people in this lifetime that you've met that were people that you've known from a past life. And maybe lessons were not learned with that person or those people in a past life. Yeah, but Saturn is not an easy planet to deal with. I honestly, all of the planets go in retrograde, but I feel like the only ones that I pay attention to, the only ones that I research are the Mercury retrogrades and the Saturn retrogrades. But I feel like the Saturn retrogrades be fucking me up more than the Mercury ones now. Okay, this deck is kind of mixed up, so I can't really tell when the cards are flipping over unless I see it, so I just need them to fall on the table. Okay. So these are the most prominent physical features. There are other ways that you can tell this is your reading. We have beard. We have acne and blonde hair. Someone can also have 2 or more lobe piercings. We have petite and dark skin. We have head wrap. We have buxom, manicured nails, and multiracial. This is also my interracial relationship card. So now let's see what downloads, what synchronicities, what things I could get from the tiles. Okay, haven't even stacked anything yet. I just see OMR showing here. Someone's name could be Omar, Omari, or Omarion. If I have a H, I'm just going to grab it because I'm seeing that someone could possibly be from Ohio. Okay, I'm grabbing 2 S's, but I might have to replace that at some point. I'm just trying to find things that I don't already have here before I get some extra duplicate letters of stuff. Okay. Okay, we have the name James in here. Someone's name could be Jesus, but their friends call them Seuss. I know it's very common for light workers to not really actually have friends, and not all of them are loners or anything like that. And it's really not a problem with you. It's just that when you're highly intuitive and highly vibrational, the same thing goes with romantic relationships. It's easy to have shitty soul ties or with platonic and romantic soulmates, but you probably, like, people are probably intimidated by you. People are probably always jealous of you. It seems like even when you do connect with people, there's something about it to where it doesn't last a long time. And that's just the nature of what type of person you were meant to be. You know, people say being a chosen one is cool and all that, but it comes with pros and cons. Like, since I'm talking about biblical prophets, because I don't know, maybe someone was raised Christian and that resonates with you, like you've always loved reading the Bible, please take what resonates and leave the rest. Someone could have been raised Christian and they always resonated with prophets, or maybe there's one particular prophet that you're very fond of. And even if you notice that in the Bible, like some of them, like Hosea, I think Hosea was the one that was commanded to marry the prostitute, and then some of them, they were taken from their homeland, like Daniel. A lot of them were martyrs or they were disrespected. So it's like this energy where, I don't know, like you have spiritual gifts and you have a special connection with the divine, but because of that, you know, when you're not of the, when you're in the world but not of the world, like you just come out as being like different, and sometimes people don't know how to handle that energy. But let's see, what do we have here? Someone could be from Atlanta. Someone's name could be Jay. Okay, we have manicured nails, UV nail. Lately, nail tech has been showing in the tiles, but someone could have a beauty industry job. They could be a barber or a Cosmo. Someone's name could be Tina. Okay, Musk is getting my attention. So with this card, I am kind of getting like masculine energy that's well groomed. Some of you could be business owners and you could like make your own perfumes. Or if you've been looking for an idea, maybe that was your idea. But there's something about, I don't know why that's showing up, something about your scent that's attractive. It could even just be your aura, but I don't know. I think that's more so about energy than anything in the 3D that you're doing. But someone takes good care of themselves, because I see the brand Guess in here too. So someone could, and you know, usually they sell designer perfumes at like Ulta, Sephora, department stores. So someone could work in retail. I see retail here. Being that this is a Capricorn reading, I wouldn't be surprised if you were a manager too. You could even work at the perfume station inside of a mall. And I did grab 2 L's because I was channeling mall here. Normal is getting my attention too. Someone could be from Texas. Let's see. New Jersey, New York. Yeah, Texas and ATL, ain't is getting my attention too. So someone could have a southern accent, but you could definitely be from the south. Jane or Janie, Justin. Okay, I also see VIP. So someone here could be a business owner. Someone's last name could be Ortega. Someone's last name could be Moore. I feel like there's a lot here, but that's all that I see for now. So I'm just gonna go straight into the tarot. Sometimes that takes the rest of the reading. If I feel like there's oracle cards or other forms of divination that I have to use, then I'll go ahead and do that. And because I'm picking up something about business owner energy, or maybe you have a matrix job, you may or may not have a title like supervisor, manager, or something like that. But I feel like something about your career, public life, reputation, 10th house ruled by Capricorn, something about that is changing for the good. So where are we at? We're in June, but why am I picking up something about like Christmas or some sort of holiday sale that someone's having at their store if they work at a mall? Or if you're a business owner, maybe you're trying to put something at a discount right now. I'm not sure why I'm picking up on that though. I kept on hearing the word dorms, but we didn't get any D's, but I do see rooms in here. So someone can even be a person that sells houses, or maybe you flip houses or something like that. Maybe somebody's trying to move with safe travel, and for whatever reason they're looking for an apartment or a house that has, or a flat, wherever you're from. I know people call it different things wherever you're from. I do see UK in here now that I mentioned that. Someone's looking for a place that has multiple rooms, and For some of you, it's obvious the reason why you want that is because you have children or something like that. Or there's something about you wanting to turn, like if it's just you living there, you wanting to turn one of the extra rooms into like your office, or I'm just going to use the concept of resin. I do see resin in the tiles. Like my mom, she makes resin stuff. So there's something about someone, they're so deep into their craft that they feel like they have to have a whole separate room in order to do it. Someone could be a chef too, because I see Angus here. Someone, I don't know why I'm picking up on very specific things, but I just saw a grill and steak and like a little thing of seasoning. So maybe someone likes to cook and they make their own seasonings and rubs. But right now we have the Fool here at the bottom of the deck, which is Aquarius energy. We have Six of Cups in reverse. Not surprised that we're seeing this because we have new life, Saturn, or karmic path, and past life all showing here. So not wanting to repeat something from the past. We have the Three of Cups here, which is a reunion. I do feel like people are trying to come back into your life. Three of Cups can represent friendship, especially a group dynamic. It can represent reunion, celebration, festivities. I do feel like someone attends a lot of events. We have the Hangman, which represents things kind of being at a standstill, but it also represents the need for you to change your, or to sacrifice in order to change your perspective. We have Judgment upright, which usually represents a wake-up call, which I am feeling like you had some sort of wake-up call. Usually people have judgment moments when they come to like a turning point in their life and they know that they have to make decisions cutting people off. So I don't know. It could even be that you've been to a party recently and maybe a group of people were trying to bring up something from your past. And with the Hangman, maybe you could be taking a break from talking to people. And you've just been keeping to yourself with judgment. But right now, we have Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, all water, and Libra showing here. So, of course, I'm going to clarify Six of Cups reverse. Because anytime I see that, I'm like, what is it about your past that you don't want to repeat here? What are you having negative memories about? I understand that as an empath or a light worker too, like you try to be present and not worry about things that have happened to the past, but then you recognize patterns too. It's to the point where, like when I was going to FLEB school, for example, just now, it's like I don't judge people with judgment, but I do discern. And it's like the first day of class, these two black girls walked into the classroom and I'm like, I could already like get a whiff or a musk of that aura, and I could already tell that they are going to be a problem. And it's like you try to give people the benefit of the doubt. You are a pacifist, you're an empath, so you try to be nice to everybody, but then you always end up being correct. And I'm like, the reason why I was able to pick up on this frequency or this energy so easily is because this is a lesson that I've already gone through, but I actually learned it this time. Because when I was going to Cal CBC and I was around people like that, I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to be reactive. But this time around, when I went to FLEB school, I was self-regulating my energy like a mofo. Like whenever I was having bad days, I would just walk out of class and take a walk. I nourished myself with the things that I was eating, always making sure that most of the time I had a lunch. I stayed listening to frequency music and just focusing on myself, because I've already learned what happens when you don't take those lessons to heart in the past. And also, I've been around the block. I have a Saturn in Aries, so to me, what that means is all throughout my life, I've always been around very aggressive, competitive people, very egotistical people. And I'm not saying that all Aries energy is like that, but that's the shadow side of Aries. And because I live in California and I'm Black, most of my negative experiences were trying to befriend other feminines has been dealing with mean Black and Hispanic girls. So it's a trigger that I have with Six of Cups reverse, but it's also a pattern that my nervous system is like very alert to. And I don't feel like it's a placebo or I'm being paranoid or like I'm speaking it into existence, but I could just tell when there's like a certain frequency that I'm very hip to. So you might also have some sort of clairsentience or something like that, where you can tell that you're about to be presented with the same energy over and over again. So I do want to use astro alignment because I want to see what is it in your natal chart or your birth chart that is kind of like the Saturn Aries placement for me. But for Six of Cups in the reverse, we have King of Pentacles reverse, which is Virgo energy, but it's really just all earth signs. You know, a Capricorn or a Taurus could also be King of Pentacles too. It's that earth sign energy of just being grounded and stable. But why is King of Pentacles in the reverse though? Seven of Wands upright. You know, sometimes King of Pentacles reverse could represent a person who is greedy or materialistic. So is this a person that's holding back their resources because they feel like people want to take from them or use them? Why Seven of Wands upright? Okay, that was a big stack. I don't think I'm going to take that. Nine of Pentacles. I do see the Devil in the reverse. The Devil is a Capricorn card. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I need a little bit more. Maybe someone's trying not to go back to a time in their life when they weren't really good at money and they were dependent on a King of Pentacles reverse. Because Nine of Pentacles could represent independence and also being well off or being prosperous. And then we have Four of Wands upright. So I am feeling like for someone, this King of Pentacles reverse could be someone's father or a family member who they had to depend on for money. This could even be someone's spouse or ex-spouse. But Four of Wands came up upright, so I don't know if I should look at that positive or negative. Four of Wands and Three of Cups are both festivity cards too. And like I said, someone could stage or flip houses. I don't know if it's the same thing or something like that. But in the past, I also got energy of a Capricorn doing something that had to do with a decorating committee. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this could be hostility, lack of passion or drive, lack of wanting to start over something new. But why is that showing here? Knight of Wands. I don't know. It's just energy of not wanting to go backwards, but going forward. People have a lot of negative things to say about Knight of Wands, but I feel like this is about like career and reputation more than anything else. So there's something about you trailblazing and wanting to focus on the future ahead of you and going for what you want. I feel like you don't want to lose your momentum. So you're striking while the iron is hot. Tell me about this Three of Cups upright. Okay, we just have the Hierophant. I thought it was going to be in the upright, but it came out in the reverse. The Hierophant reverse, clarifying the Three of Cups can mean a lot of things, so I'm just going to keep on clarifying that. Okay, now we have Six of Pentacles upright, Queen of Pentacles reverse. So, okay, we have the Hierophant, we have King and Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, we have Six of Pentacles showing here. So for some of you, you are divorced. I'm just looking at the tiles because sometimes divorce shows in the tiles. But why is Three of Cups clarifying that though? Are you co-parenting with someone, or if you don't have kids, maybe you're still cordial with this person? Wheel of Fortune reverse, Strength reverse. Okay, this is just giving me the energy like you couldn't take something anymore. And there was just like a period of bad luck or something like that. Or it could just be one of those marriages where people say that they love someone dearly, but they realize that it's just not their person. It could also be that something about this person changed and you weren't being able to handle it. It's a pretty big thing too, because both of those are major arcanas. And then we have the Fool. I don't know, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, that could represent someone not liking change, but then we have the Fool here. So again, the energy of someone needing to just leave things behind and trailblaze and start something new. But why are you so hell-bent on doing that though? Why the Fool? Someone could have felt like things weren't happening for them in their hometown, so they had to move. I was picking up on someone like moving to LA, and LA is in the tiles. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Honestly, it just feels like someone wanted to let go of some sort of responsibility that was a burden. And Four of Pentacles is Capricorn energy, so what in the world? Why am I also picking up with Six of Pentacles upright, Four of Pentacles reverse, that someone kind of got into some money? I don't know if it's a windfall because Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse and I don't see Ten of Pentacles or anything like that. But why do I feel like they have more money than they need? Or someone is downsizing because they just feel like they have too many things? So let's clarify the Hangman upright. I do feel like someone is decluttering because they recently moved and there's probably just a lot of things that they don't want to hold on to anymore. And I do feel like someone is divorced. So maybe they're getting rid of things that they used to find sentimental. Okay, Knight of Cups reverse is clarifying the Hangman upright. So Knight of Cups reverse could represent envy, backhanded compliments, someone not wanting to be your friend, or it could represent flattery, love bombing, or maybe someone admires you, but they're not expressing it. So why is this showing up underneath the Hangman? Page of Swords reverse, so it is someone talking shit. But why? Ace of Cups upright. Is someone trying to say that you're hung up off of someone from the past? Or you're hung up on a person that you're crushing on? Someone's probably hating on your romantic interest. What is this Ace of Cups about? Seven of Cups reversed, letting go of delusions and confusion. Clarity. The Emperor in the reverse. The Hangman, Knight of Cups reverse, Page of Swords reverse, the Ace of Cups upright, Seven of Cups reverse, and the Emperor reverse are in this lineup here. Someone could be gossiping about a masculine who is rumored to be getting somebody else pregnant, because Ace of Cups is a pregnancy card. And then Temperance reverse, Ten of Pentacles reverse, Page of Pentacles upright. So Temperance reverse is like what I said about being reactive and not regulating, self-regulating, having anger issues. Ten of Pentacles is a family card, so more family energy, or someone being materialistic, not knowing what to do with money. But then Page of Pentacles upright. Temperance. It can also represent lack of patience when it's in the reverse. Lack of balance and healing. I just feel like someone was getting rid of a lot of material possessions that reminded them of a past relationship. And it might be that someone has new love now, or because I was picking up the energy of a dorm room. If you had karmic past friends, you could be getting rid of photos and stuff. There's something about someone having new love, and then love triggers in the past, or new friends and friendship triggers in the past. Let's clarify Judgment upright. Oh shit, I'm already at 32 minutes. Four of Swords reverse is another Libra card. I'm just gonna have to speed this up, you guys, because I am curious to get more into this. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Pentacles could represent feeling like an outcast, but when it's in the reverse, it represents your money getting better and also kind of like finding your place in the world. This might have something to do with college friends turning on someone and now they're cutting people off with Judgment. But Judgment does also have resurrection, Book of Revelation imagery in it. So the energy of like something that was dead coming back to life. So I do feel like people are trying to like get back into your good graces. I'm gonna leave it here with the tarot though, because Five of Pentacles reverse is definitely the overall energy that I'm feeling. And then we have the Empress upright, which above all, it could represent abundance and attracting things, law of attraction. So even if you're a masculine Capricorn, I feel like you're attracting positive things. If you're a divine feminine, you could be going through a physical glow up. If you are a divine masculine, maybe this Empress is your new love. You could have also gotten her pregnant too for somebody, because the Empress is another pregnancy card. Someone could definitely be pregnant, like a baby daddy now. Maybe with the Emperor in the reverse, it's not necessarily negative energy, but maybe this is something that you weren't prepared for. But I do feel like you are very in love with this Empress, whoever it is. Maybe that's why people are gossiping, for whoever resonates with that part that I was picking up. And then we have all fire, all water, because the aces are here. We have Libra, lots of Libra. The Empress represents Taurus and Libra. Actually, all air too, because Page of Swords is here in the reverse. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, we got everybody. And usually when that happens, I do feel like this was a group dynamic, or like I said, this is a lesson that you've learned over and over again. Oh, and you know what? Something just clicked in my head, because I'm picking up on pregnancy and we have new life here. The new life could be a pregnancy. But people do say that sometimes like having kids changes you too. So it could be like both, you know, the pregnancy is new energy and also you're in new energy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I do want to sneak some charms in though, because I'm curious to see what will come out with that. Sometimes the oracles bring the reading together more than the tarot itself, because the tarot does sometimes have limitations. But we have Ascendant, Appearance, First Impression, Mask. Your rising sign is significant. Some of you might even have Capricorn rising. We have Ceres, Self-Care, Wellness, Agriculture. Quincunx, Dissonance, Adjustment, Discord. But we also have Square here, so that lets me know that you might have a lot of beef with people. Actually, you have three very hard things coming out back to back. We have Quincunx, we have Square, Competition, Tension, Disharmony, and Capricorn Square. It's Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, so those might be signs that you don't get along with that well, because those are all the cardinal signs. And then we also have Chiron, Core Wounds, Vulnerability, Potential through Pain. So Chiron could talk about like learning from hard lessons. So if you have Capricorn in your Chiron, something about your career and your reputation, like you've always had drama when it has come to your money. And I do feel like money definitely has something to do with this, your resources, because there are a hell of a lot of pentacles here. We have mutable, versatility, flexibility, adaptability. So Capricorn is a cardinal sign, but cardinal signs are flexible too. But someone who is a Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Virgo could be significant. And then we have Moon. You could have one of those signs as your moon sign. Emotions, instincts, subconscious. We do have Ace of Cups here too, so that usually represents feeling a lot of emotions about something. Okay, I was picking up with King of Pentacles reverse and all these pentacles. I was picking up something about someone having a gambling issue, and take that with a grain of salt. Like, I did see the devil reverse at the bottom of the deck, and that could just represent excess of anything. There are some times when readers pick up on people who are lucky who should do the lotto because that's what they like to do. But there are other readings where someone's just doing it too much. But the die rolled on the number 4. You could be a life path 4, or there's something significant about the number 4. Maybe it's been 4 years since this trigger happened, or you've been in a relationship with someone for 4 years. We have Aquarius, and it says friendly on the back. We have Leo, and it says generous on the back. We have Virgo, and it says practical on the back. These could be things that you have in your chart too, because Moon came out. Aries, and it says courageous on the back. Okay, we got a lot of interesting stuff coming out here. Well, let's focus on the positive. We have the guardian angel and the peace sign. So I think you're trying to make peace of your life right now. Something about the past was not peaceful for you at all. We have Taurus, and it says trustworthy on the back. We have, well, actually, I see we have the karmic soulmate charm here with the bad apple and the heart upside down. You guys see that? And we have the sucker. So I feel like someone's head over heels for a new person, and in the past they were in a toxic relationship. And we also have the jar magic charm. So I feel like the old person is talking shit about the new person. They're very jealous. We have the Go Spirit Team charm here. Someone could be an athlete too, I just heard. Or team was getting my attention in the tile, so someone could be like a coach too. But we also have first place in the silver platter. So if you're winning if you entered in some sort of competition, I feel like you have a good chance of winning. But also first place is just representative of your reputation and how people see you as being very affluent. We do have the dream catcher here. So this could be talking about following your dreams, Native American energy, or it could literally be talking about you getting downloads in your dreams. We have the leaf turning over, the butterfly, the phoenix rising from the ashes. You could have any of these things as tattoos. And we have the eagle looking at something from a higher perspective. The hangman and judgment can see about that. So it's like you've changed maybe you've changed what you value in company standards when it comes to your career, but also what you value in friendships, what you value in relationships, and you change your mindset, and now you've been able to attract higher vibrational things. But we have the me charm, and we also have the be still charm. So the Empress can talk about just being present, focusing on the here and now. So I feel like even though you're in this hangman energy, you're using this as an opportunity to catch up on rest and rejuvenate. I do see anxiety in the tiles. I lifted up the Empress and I saw 9 of Swords reverse. So someone could struggle with anxiety. I see the graduation cap. So you could have recently finished school. You could have haters from school. Actually, with the 4 of Wands and the 3 of Cups, your graduation could have been recently because it is June. And we have the chandelier. With that combination, 4 of Wands and 3 of Cups, I was also picking up something about someone going to a party, and party is in the tiles. I don't know, maybe someone from your past is going to pop up at a party. But anyway, especially if you have mutual friends with someone. That's all that I have for you right now. I'm getting ready to do your 60-minute horoscope. If you like the way how I do tarot, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys